You go through so many different feelings about things. You have your hopes and your dreams when you're pregnant, and then you just have to like deal with as reality checks in and things happen. Like, you just have to adapt all the time, because there really is no time to sit and be like, no, I really want to breastfeed, let's figure out a way. Like, hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen, aka Curly Kristenite, and in today's video I'm gonna be telling you guys about my breastfeeding experience. As you know, I recently had a baby and I've been doing videos about my whole experience, and I felt like I wanted to do a video on breastfeeding separately as well, because a lot of people know the importance of breastfeeding your baby, but not everyone has the ability or opportunity, or something could happen that would cause the need to use formula. And I just wanted to do a video explaining my experience and how basically my thought patterns changed around this issue, and maybe it could help someone out there. I do natural hair videos normally, but I think that people can learn from my journey as well, and so that's why I'm doing these videos. If you do like my content, do consider subscribing. Check out my other videos if you want to know more about my life here in Cape Town. I breastfed Eden immediately after giving birth, and she latched on so well. The feeling I had when we breastfed for the first time was like nothing else that I've ever experienced. Like, it was just such a beautiful bonding moment with my baby. It was also a bit overwhelming. People were trying to help me latch Eden and stuff, but once she was on, the nurse came in and out, and then once she was on, it was really a cool experience. And they needed to help me for the first day to latch her, you know, so I always had to call them to latch her. But then on the second day, like the second night, they didn't basically come when I called them, and then I had to figure it out, and then we actually ended up latching on our own. And it's amazing how she knows like what to do. It was basically all her. I was just putting my breast there, like but then by the third day I started to develop sores, and it was so painful to latch. Like, I can still remember the pain. Like, it got to the point where I really didn't like it. Like, I feel bad for saying it, but I didn't like feeding her at some points because it was so painful. I got the laser treatment at the hospital also. That helped a little bit. I used bum cream, like I used Bepanthen bum cream, I used the Bennett's bum cream on my nipples, but it didn't cure. It wasn't a cure, it was just like making it a little bit more manageable. But I still had, like, my whole nipple was open and could have fallen off. I felt like if that scar or sore went right around, it would just fall off, you know. So that's how deep and like really open they were. But anyway, I pushed through it. Everyone kept telling me like, push through it, this is how it is, and you're gonna see, you're not gonna regret it, that you stuck with it, and things like that. So I stuck with it. By the time we were at home, I was feeding her, and about by week 4 or 5 she was having a lot of bouts of crying, you know, and we initially thought it was cramps. I thought she was having cramps, and that she had winds that were really hurting her by the night time, you know. Maybe they developed over the day, and by night they were like really hurting her, and that's why she was crying a lot. I did kind of notice that she was a bit thin, but I thought she was just a thin baby because she was very tall, and so like I thought she was just a thin baby. But eventually, and I did want to go and weigh her, and I wanted to say something, but it was like people were saying to me that I should breastfeed so much that I just felt like I don't want it to seem like I'm giving up or I want to not breastfeed, you know. Looking back, I really should have just gone and weighed her, and they would have told me to put her on formula because she was losing weight, and the crying that she was having was actually because she was hungry, and she she wasn't getting enough in. The doctor said we should go on formula. So now it was by a 6-week pediatrician checkup. It was a lot to take in when it happened, so I felt very guilty, and I felt so stupid for not noticing, and for thinking that she's a thin baby, and for not just trusting myself and doing what I thought was right. But I learned a lot through that experience. And then we started the formula, and she immediately started picking up weight, and she started, like, she was full, and I realized, like, all that matters is that my child is full, and I could enjoy her so much more because she was in a much better mood when she was done eating. They did give me a few options, right? At first there was the jungle juice that my doctor suggested, and also prescribed some tablets. So I'm not the person that really likes going on tablets. I didn't want to just immediately use that, so we tried the jungle juice, like apple juice, and you basically try to rehydrate your body, right? So we tried that first, and that didn't work for me. I was really reluctant to go on the medication, because then when we actually got the prescription, it was tablets, that on the tablets it said that it's a tranquilizer, and so I really didn't want to take something that was going to be sedative, or like, I was scared to take medication that affected my brain, because I had a history of depression and things like that. So the doctor didn't really know that. So then when we went back and I told her that, she was like, yeah, then if you are not okay with using it, then that's also fine. I think she agreed with me that I shouldn't use it. But then I got desperate when the jungle juice didn't work, and then I tried the medication. So I did it for like 3 days. I would say I was on that medication, and it did help. I would say it did help a bit. And I was doing mixed feeding, but then she started to prefer the bottle, because obviously it comes faster, and it's she has to do less to get the milk out and stuff. So when I would put her on my breast, it would be maybe like 5 minutes, and then she would push it out, and then it just became less and less and less. And then I made the decision to stop, because I felt like she was getting enough from the bottles, and I enjoyed a lot more freedom, and because of that it made me a happier mom. So if I'm happier, then I'm more able to look after my child better. So, you know what I mean? So even though I'm not saying that breastfeeding in general made me unhappy, there were just some aspects of it that, like, I didn't have as much freedom, because it takes a lot of time. Breastfeeding took so long. It would be long spells of breastfeeding, and I was kind of restricted to the home, you know, because I thought that I was gonna be brave and able to pull out my boob in public and breastfeed my child, but it's not really that easy. It's very difficult to actually get yourself used to the idea that you're going to expose yourself in public and become naked, you know, like, it's, yeah. Then so I thought I was gonna feed without that cover thing. Anyways, I needed the cover because I didn't feel comfortable without the cover. But then I put the cover on, and it made it so difficult to feed, because I would normally do it without the cover at home. So I wasn't used to maneuvering this cover, latching her while not exposing myself, and it was so much admin. And I understand why people would want to be free to just not use that in public, because it's so much admin. But then also I wanted to cover myself because I was too shy to not cover myself, and all of that was just like, it was so much PT and admin. And that, because she was now already on formula, and it wasn't like we just decided we're gonna put her on formula, she did need it. So I decided, you know, I'm gonna take her off completely, and if she wants some comfort or just for that bonding, that skin to skin, I will put on the breast. But obviously then my breast milk dried up. I'm glad that I did breastfeed her up until the point that I did because of the nutrients and the antibodies that she did get, but I do feel that she's doing fine without that, and as long as she's growing and she's full, that's all that really matters. Yeah, if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. Comment below what you think. If you have a similar experience, let me know, or if you have any advice, do let me know as well. And don't forget to subscribe. Always remember, guys, dare to be different, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.